Hey again. Welcome to Strange and Weird Experiences with Adam. It's Wednesday, March 9th, 2022. As I've said before, this is my YouTube channel. So for today's episode, I want to get into one of my goals with this channel. It's to open your eyes to the unknown and don't believe everything you're being told by the government. I'd like to give you a little bio on myself. I grew up and I'm currently still living in New England. Ever since I can remember, I've always had a love for animals, and it's grown since being a child. Animals just fascinate me. I had a dog, cats, a guinea pig growing up, as well as a snake for a short amount of time. I've always loved dogs and other canines. I've seen anything from sloths, chimps, gorillas, lions, tigers, bears, leopards, mountain lions, bobcats, coyotes, wolves, killer whales, seal lions, tons of snakes, etc. You get my point. Would always be watching The Crocodile Hunter, The Jeff Gordon Experience, Cratch Creatures, Big Cat Diary, and Jack Hanna's Animal Adventures. I've learned a lot from those great shows as a kid. I learned about the different animal sizes, speed, intelligence, what food they ate, their behaviors, etc. As I got older, I got into Unsolved Mysteries, Law and Order, Cops, Forensic Files, X-Files, CSI, as well as some other crime and mystery shows. Have learned a lot, and gained knowledge on human behaviors when it comes to kidnapping, robbery, motive, and murder. So what I'm getting at with this is that I'm very familiar with animals and humans, particularly what each can be capable of and their behaviors. As I got into my late 20s, I started watching Mountain Monsters, corny I know, and Monsters and Mysteries in America. I had watched Underworld movies and loved those as well. Then I'd gotten into chasing Bigfoot and Expedition Bigfoot, slowly learning about Bigfoot and thinking they really must be real. Excuse me. Before I thought, yeah, they probably do exist, but now I knew for certain. I became really interested in Bigfoot. In 2019, I continued my interest in Bigfoot and found some podcasts on here about them. I would listen to the podcasts about them while I worked nights. I became really familiar with Bigfoot, no expert by any means. 2020 rolls around, and one night as I was scrolling through YouTube for something to listen to, Bigfoot oriented, I came across an episode on a podcast about Dogman. I listened to it and was automatically hooked. Growing up, I had watched a handful of movies with werewolves in them, but thought, it was just a movie that can't be real. Continue listening to Dogman and have found other podcasts that were about them. People are having experiences all over North America, just like with Bigfoot. Fast forward to 2022, and I've learned so much about not just the Dogman, but also about Bigfoot, crawlers, the rake, Mothman, Jersey Devil, and other cryptids. I've also learned how corrupt the government is, how they hide these creatures from us along with aliens by covering up, quote, animal attacks, end quote, blaming it on bears, mountain lions, wolves, or wild dogs. I love how these animals that are getting blamed don't exhibit the behavior, strength, and eating habits of what really killed these poor victims. Most people believe what law enforcement, government, and what the media is telling them, because a lot of people don't know much about these animals getting blamed in the sense of their capabilities, so they just nod their head in agreement with what they're being told. But I know different. A lot of these cases just don't add up. The main purpose of Strange and Weird Experiences is to get it out there that there are things out there that do not have an explanation, rhyme, or reason. Whenever you see or hear something strange or weird, your brain automatically tries to rationalize and explain to ourselves it was just this or it was just that. Not the creepy, scary, possibly dangerous thing it really could be that we want to think in our thoughts. In conclusion, there are a lot of things out there that can be explained and some things that can't. I believe there are Bigfoot, Dogman, other cryptids, and things in the woods and caves. So next time you come across an article on the news, in the newspaper, or in the media about an animal attack, don't be so naive. It could be something else that had gotten a hold of these people. Be careful out in the woods, but enjoy the fresh air, scenery, and wildlife. Always be vigilant, keep your head on a swivel, pay attention to your surroundings. If all of a sudden the woods become quiet, you don't hear any birds, chipmunks, or squirrels, there's more than likely a predator in your area, and it might not be what you're expecting. If you encounter a predator, including Bigfoot or Dogman, don't directly look it in the eyes, as that is a challenge and could agitate the animal or creature more. Keep your head slightly down, looking up to see where the predator is. Slowly back away, don't run, and when you feel like you're at a good distance away, start walking faster and get out of there. Most of the time, predators leave humans alone. It is when they feel threatened, whether they have babies, a kill, or are old and or sick. Sometimes they will go after humans as we're easier prey. They more than likely will attack. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope I was helpful and beneficial. You learned a couple things. I'm not an expert by any means when it comes to animals, humans, or creatures, but I'm pretty knowledgeable, I think. Just trying to help others to see what the real truth is and to help people get out safely if they encounter a predator. Have a great night, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, by all means, comment below with what your thoughts on some of these animal attacks are over the years and what you think they're about. Would really love to know what you think. Have a good night. We'll see ya. Bye.